Or like what Bo say, he cyber slurped women so bad, and then
God
the one that he
damn.
got don't look like shit. Like, never mind. I'm
Well,
attack the message, not the messenger. My
you
bad.
right. I'm interested in what my buddy Mont got to say.
I see both sides. I think it's typical that people
There
on
you
both
go.
sides aren't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all don't like that I'm objective, but I see both points of view. And I think that both people slightly missed the mark. I think that I understand. I try to understand the perspective of the guys who are saying, are not rejoicing, but are kind of making jokes and poking fun of the women. There's something there, and there's something on the other side of, I can't necessarily completely throw out the everything that he said, that like men need to take care of their children. Well, yeah, obviously that's true, right? There are, some of the things that he said were, legitimate, and I can also understand the feeling of, guys wanting lazy, the people, at least the people they think are lazy, who just leech off the system, who kind of like making fun and poking jokes at them. I can understand both sides, but I think that there's something to both sides, but both people are slightly missing the mark. I think we both can do better. Both sides can do better.
Why do some men want women to struggle before they respect them?
Um, I don't know. I do know that there is a particular subset of guys that actually do get off on women suffering. I don't think that that's true for most guys, though. Um, but I do know that a lot of guys do get off on humbling women. So I I just know that there is a particular subset of men that like that, mostly just because, in my opinion, this ain't fact necessarily. Well, it don't have to be. I feel like it's because they're not doing as well, or they don't measure up to what the woman needs or what it takes to take care of a woman and their children. So I feel like maybe that's why.
I think that they be used to seeing their mama struggle and they think that it's normal. That's what I've always felt. I think that when I see men that want women to work hard and go the extra mile and do all of this stuff, it's because their mama was working 2 or 3 jobs and they think that that's normal. And they think that it's almost like they want you to prove themselves, prove yourself to them, or they want to see you go through it. And it's like, no, that's not normal. Your mama worked 3 jobs because she had to. Like she didn't want to be doing that. So I just think a lot of them have like mommy issues.
The subset of guys that's like champion or like celebrating this, those are probably the guys that just been seeing women get over for their entire lives, and then probably couldn't get the women they wanted. So now that they see women in mass that have typically, passed them by, overlooked them, finally falling off and having something not go their way, they happy. Like, that I can understand the logic there. I'm never gonna say somebody has mommy issues because the guys like to these humblies. I don't correlate those two things, but I'm also a man. But I don't. I'm not. I wouldn't celebrate it. I'm not. I'm not supporting anybody celebrating. The fact these kids are gonna go without, or that these women are going to, have to now find alternative means to provide for themselves. But at the end of the day, everybody else is doing it, so I don't feel bad for them either. If anybody, I only feel bad for the kids because they can't do shit about it. There's videos of moms telling their kids not to work, like their 15, 16-year-old son who want to make money to do stuff. I think the guy he was trying to pay for like his senior pictures, and his mom said, "No, because if you work, you're gonna fuck up my food stamps." Like that type of shit is happening. So I don't feel bad for those people, but I feel bad for those children who couldn't, who can't do no better.
Well, look. I know they still got programs here in my state where the kids will get a backpack full of food every week. That's still going to be going on. The kids still going to get that even during this government shutdown. They still going to give them food. Uh, a lot of the low income schools, it doesn't matter high school, elementary, or middle schools, they automatically got free lunches. automatically got free lunches if you're in a certain zip code. And the one schools that are more well off, they got reduced prices on their lunches. So most of, I think, like I said, in my state, the kids gonna be still eat. They're gonna get them backpack full of lunches. Now it's gonna be just enough, for 5 days. That's all they're gonna get. They're gonna get 5 days worth of food, and then that's it. Then they just have to somehow figure it out. Now, some of these food pantries that's not being provided by government assistance, they should be all right, but I'm sure they're gonna limit them. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the food pantries around here that we would donate to, they usually give you 5 days worth of food, but they may shut it down to 2 or 3 days because more people may be coming. Unfortunately, I'm sure they're gonna get more traffic due to the situation. I don't want to see no kids suffer. I don't want to see no kids go hungry. I know what it feels like.
Technically,
when I
what's
was
supposed
kid.
to happen?
Hold on, Aisha. Hold on, Aisha. I got you, man. I understand. I was one of them kids who got the box left on the porch with the orange juice that had no sweet or sugar, the Chex cereal, the dry milk, the government cheese. Yeah, I got that shit. I understand what it means to be without. And that's why I always said to myself, I don't want to ever be in that situation. I don't want to ever bring my kids up in that situation. So I made sure I did certain things, made certain investments, got certification, got my college degree, so I wouldn't end up in that situation where I have to get government assistance, Section 8 or food stamps. Well, now I can't say it because I get Section 8 because my tenant pays me due to Section 8. So I'm going to take a little hit because one of my tenants is going to probably more than likely miss my bread. Now, they're going to have to figure the way out because the rent's still going to be due. They cover about $850, but they're going to have to find a way to cover the last $300 to $400. Now they're going to have to pay the whole bill or get the hell on out. Now, I hate to have to put you out and you're going to have Thanksgiving out in a cardboard box somewhere, but I will. Bills still due. Water still due. Lights still got to be paid. I still need my money, and then I can't pay them bills off of love and IOU notes. So I'll leave it there.
Hey, Hank, just so you not have to worry too much. If you have someone who is getting both SNAP and Section 8, I don't believe that they're going to be, or what do they call that? I think they grandfather them where it's not going to affect them. So I don't think that we're going to take too much of a hit. But JR, I just sent you a video that I was talking about for where the mom was tell her kid that he can't work because they're going to cut off the food benefits. Play that so they can see what I was talking about. But if you go on TikTok, once you watch that one, it's dozens of them where you can just see the mom telling kids like, "No, you can't work because it's gonna fuck up my money."
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's us. Like, I couldn't find one with the white folks. I looked.
Okay. I'm trying to download it right now. Give me 1 second.
I feel like most people on food stamps are not utilizing it properly. I almost wish that food stamps was an incentive to make you, like, this government assistance was an incentive to make you do better. I wish that the better you did, the more you got to a certain point until you got to a point where they can just pull you right off. I wish that there was like, oh, you get a raise. I don't know if you get a raise. Okay, we'll give you more benefits for momentarily or something. I just wish people had reason to strive to get more and to do more versus striving to do less. It's almost like if you do this, we'll take it away. And that means that you'll be in the same position. I wish it was the opposite.